Routes and routing. In this tutorial, we'll see how to create your first route and run your first routing. Before we begin, let's clarify two important concepts. A route is your itinerary, the path you intend to follow defined by waypoints. A routing is the optimization of that itinerary. The application calculates the best way to sail your route, taking into account the weather, your boat's polars, and the navigation limits you set. To create a route, long press on the map at the location that will be your starting point. A blue circle animation appears around your finger to confirm the long press. A window then opens, asking you to choose between creating a route or adding a marker. Select Create a Route. A green point is placed at the chosen location. Then continue with successive long presses to add your waypoints. These are the mandatory passage points of your itinerary. The routing will only consider waypoints you place yourself as mandatory stops. If you make a mistake, no worries. Long press on an existing waypoint. A reversed red circle animation appears, and at the end of the long press, the point is removed. The application includes an automatic and transparent anti-collision system. If you draw a straight line between 2 points separated by an island, the application will automatically route around the land via the shortest path. This allows you to draw your routes easily without having to manually place waypoints around every obstacle. This same anti-collision system is also used during the routing calculation, ensuring that the optimized route avoids land as well. Once your route is complete, tap the Create Route button to save it. It is then stored in the route list, accessible via the same menu as the polars. For each route, you can create multiple routings in order to test different weather models or apply different navigation limits. This allows you to compare results and choose the best option. To create a routing, tap the routing icon on the route map. Then tap New. The routing form appears. You need to fill in the following: the departure date and time for your sail, your boat's polars, the weather model you wish to use for the calculation. The navigation limits. Sliders allow you to adjust the maximum wind and wave thresholds you're willing to encounter on your course. Default values are provided, but you can adjust them by dragging the sliders. Your average engine speed, as well as your minimum sailing speed, that is, the speed below which you consider it better to start the engine rather than continue sailing. In the advanced settings, you'll find the polar efficiency set by default to 85%. This means the application assumes your boat will reach 85% of the theoretical speeds indicated by the polars. This margin accounts for real-world factors such as hull cleanliness, sail wear, or crew responsiveness during maneuvers. We will cover the other advanced settings in more detail in a future video. Once the form is filled in, tap Calculate. The routing runs entirely offline using the cached weather data. You will see isochrones appear on the map, representing the progressive calculation of the best route for your itinerary. Once the calculation is complete, the optimized route is displayed on the map with a simple color code. Green sections indicate parts where conditions will allow you to sail. Red sections flag areas where you will need to start the engine, either because the wind is head-on or because your sailing speed has dropped below your minimum threshold. If you have calculated multiple routings, they all appear on the map. To select a specific routing, tap the blue arrow representing the boat on its route. The selected route is highlighted, while the others become semi-transparent. At the bottom of the control panel, in the metrics area, select the routing data. A chart then appears, showing the variation in wind and boat speed throughout the route. This chart acts as a timeline cursor. By dragging it left or right, you move time forward or backward, which simultaneously moves the boat cursor along its route. At the top of the screen, a navigation data bubble automatically appears below the weather bubble of the central cursor. It provides real-time navigation details at each moment: wind strength, boat speed, heading, TWA, and GPS position. This gives you a clear and detailed reading of navigation conditions at every point along your route. You can switch to a different weather metric at any time while continuing to follow the boat along its route. In summary, you now know how to create a route, run a routing, and read the results to plan your sail. By combining weather data, your polars, and your navigation limits, the application gives you a complete overview of your passage, all fully usable offline. Over to you, and fair winds.